see you're watching The Little Rascals.
Yep.
Boy, that was a great show. But did you know it had a curse on it? And almost every single one of the Little Rascals afterwards died a horrible death.
Every single one of them, even Froggy?
Well, after they were done shooting, Froggy started delivering newspapers for a living, and when he was 16 years old, he was crushed by a truck.
No, what about Darla?
Darla had a relatively successful singing career all the way into her 30s. Then during a minor operation, she contracted hepatitis C and died.
And Stymie?
Stymie ended up going to prison and becoming addicted to heroin. He later died of his addictions when he was about 30-ish or 40-ish.
And then what about Weezer?
Weezer joined the Army Air Corps during the Second World War and ended up dying in flight training.
What about Alfalfa?
Alfalfa grew up and started managing hunting dogs. He lost a couple of them, and when he went to recover them, he was shot by someone.
What about Chubby?
Chubby had a glandular disease, and by the time he was 18 years old, he had blown up to over 300 pounds. So he had a very early version of a gastro bypass surgery in the 1930s. Within a year, he shrunk down to 120 pounds and starved to death.
Then there was Waldo.
Waldo grew up and became an evangelist. Someone drove up on a curb as fast as they possibly could, hit him and killed him, and then drove away. They never figured out who did it.
But Buckwheat's okay, right?
Oh, Buckwheat became a technician for Technicolor and had a heart attack.
What about Robbie?
Robbie grew up and became a successful television actor in a show called Beretta. We won't even go there. Forget it.
But surely Petey was okay.
Petey was poisoned by a rival trainer. And that's what happened to the Little Rascals.
Yes, Miss Hatcher. Now that you're my prisoner, my evil plot will unfold. My atom-smashing bombs are strategically placed throughout the United States. When I detonate them, every nuclear power plant will be destroyed. Then the government will have to rely upon me and my superatomic energy plant to supply the power for the United States. At a price I set, of course.
There's just one thing you forgot, you maniac. First of all, if you set off even one of those bombs, you'll blow up the entire country and destroy all of us. Besides, superhero always foils your crazy plans.
Precisely why you're here, my dear. After battling the Crimson Buffoon for all these years, I finally know his pattern. He'll be here to rescue you in short order.
And then what?
And when he gets here, I'll have a special surprise waiting for him. A surprise he won't forget.
Superhero, quick! This is the warehouse my tipster told me that Dr. Pitocin is holding Noelle. Now crash in and save her.
This whole thing seems a little too convenient to me, Tom. As a matter of fact, this whole thing's way too convenient.
You mean like a trap?
Exactly. Let's see if my neutrino vision can shed a little light on the subject. Stand back, Tom! It's hero time!
Superhero!
Stall him while I prepare my surprise.
End of the line, Dr. Pitocin.
That's what you think, hero. The party's just starting. Now you get to meet the special surprise I had in store for you. Ha ha ha! Hero, meet Tobor, my latest creation. Tobor, kill superhero! And now for the final blow. I'd love to stay and watch you fry, superhero, but I'm off to watch every power plant in America explode.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Great evening, great. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to come back next week. We got another new episode of Cliffhanger. Special musical guest, the B Sharps. We'll have a special guest appearance by Slapstick, Apache Chief, and the Wonder Twins. Have a good night, folks. A long time ago, Superhero met the author, Harlan Fletcher, and he gave him some sage advice. If there's a movie, and it has a monkey in it, and the monkey doesn't kill anybody, it's not a good movie. Fuzzy moments, very funny, very funny. Ladies and gentlemen, very special musical guests, good friends of mine. Give it up for Third Stone.
Looking for a song out of a bottle and talking with strangers who don't feel my pain. Well, I'm blurry eyed and burnt out, choking on more than I can swallow. Yeah, cracking a little voice calls out my name. She says, whatever happened to you? It's been too long, where have you been? I guess all my fears were true, but the words were all wrong. Time's been too long. It's not too late to say sorry to a friend. Sorry to a friend. Sorry to a friend. Sorry to a friend.
Staring at his face, see the past that still haunts me. The road where we split up, speak the things I didn't say. We had a wonderful time, terrible timing. So just leave him alone, I'll just be in his way.
So whatever happened to you? too long, where have you been? I guess all my fears are true, but the words were all wrong. Time's been too long. It's not too late to say sorry to a friend. Sorry to a friend. Sorry to a friend. Sorry to a friend. Like a stone in the stream, life smooths all our edges until we barely make a ripple anymore. And those times in our lives are with me forever, but we're not the same people that we were before. When I'm sorry for the smiles we missed and all those times I fucked up, well, I got so much to tell you, I don't know where to start. Well, maybe we'll find a way, and maybe you'll help me do it. Friends like us should not be apart. Whatever happened to you? It's been too long, where have you been? I guess all my fears are true, but the words were all wrong. Time's been too long. It's not too late to say sorry to a friend. Sorry to a friend. Sorry to a friend. Sorry to a friend.
Good job, good job. Great band, ladies and gentlemen. Third Stone, good friends of mine. You've waited for it, you've wanted to see it. Here comes the next installment of Cliffhanger. Hi folks, welcome back, and it's Superhero, and it's time for your favorite segment and mine, Superhero Asks. Today we're asking relevant questions to people about important topics and finding out what they have to say. If you had any one superpower, which would you pick?
I think read people's minds.
Probably talk to fish.
Talk to fish, like Aquaman?
Yeah.
Why talk to fish?
So I can eat them.
It'd make it much easier when you're dating, even though I'm happily married now.
Wow, could you repeat the question?
Fly.
Fly?
Yeah.
Why fly?
You wouldn't have to pay for plane tickets. You'd go wherever you wanted.
Invisible.
And why invisible?
So I can probably get away with a lot of stuff that I'm not supposed to be doing.
Be invisible.
Why would you be invisible?
Because I don't fly.
Because you don't fly. That's a good answer.
My arms would get awful tired.
I have no earthly idea. I'd fly.
Why would you fly?
It's faster than driving in a car.
I have no clue.
No clue.
That's right. I don't know what the other powers are. I forgot.
I seen fly. I could fly all over.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Fly all over like superhero. If you had a choice between space travel or time travel, which would you pick?
Definitely time travel.
Wow, would you go in the future or the past?
I would go back.
What would you like to see?
I'd like to meet Jesus.
Finally, if
Wouldn't
you had...
you like to?
What would you expect the future to be like?
I don't know. I hope I have a good job and
Space?
Why space?
Because the past was too hard and the future doesn't look too good.
Time or space? Wow, that's both excited.
Past.
Why the past?
I like the whole Renaissance era. They had good food.
Here's a superhero kind of question for you. If you went in the future and the world was destroyed, would you come back and try and save the world, try and prevent what happened, or do you think you should leave well enough alone?
Wow, could you repeat the question?
I hope I'm saying something
I haven't.
Now I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
What superhero are you? Is that your name?
Superhero.
Superhero, are you single?
Yes, superhero's very single. Most crime fighters are very like. I thought you said you were a little Miss Innocent.
Well, I am.
Last question of the day.
For you. I give you $100, you go to Empire State Building and jump from the 80th floor. You superhero.
Jump from the 80th floor?
Empire State Building. No, now people are crazy today.
Hold it right there, my good man, and take your head out of that oven. Suicide is never the answer. I mean, sure, your outfit may look like someone's idea of a bad joke, but you can always purchase new clothes at the American-owned retailer of your choice. It's the darkness in a man's soul that can't be changed. We all have times when we're not happy with the hand that life has dealt us, and... Boy, this place is a dump, isn't it? But it's our duty, as children of an eternal being that we can't understand, and that doesn't acknowledge our fears, to slog on through. Even though life may seem like an eternity of hell that will never end. Wow. She's not a supermodel, is she? But it's what's on the inside that counts. And who cares if she's had an affair with the milkmen? Who cares if there aren't any milkmen anymore? And, if there are any milkmen left, we're sorry. No letters, please. Sure, she may look like someone set her face on fire and then tried to put it out with a pitchfork. Even a face that can stop a clock is right twice a day. Am I wrong? This place might be a dump, but you can change that. With a couple of $100, you can fix this place right up. It's not morally right to say that money buys happiness, but then again, I've never met a depressed millionaire. Have you? Not that you run in those circles, I'm sure. All I'm trying to get through to you is that this is a land of miracles, of milk and money. All that you need is out there for you for the taking. All you need is a great education or rich parents to buy you one. So, sit back, relax, and don't take the easy way out. Don't let your crummy home, your dog-ugly wife, or her extramarital tomfoolery depress you. We all have to make choices. We all have to play the game. We all have to watch reality TV when there's nothing else on, even if it is usually pretty bad. Because we're all Americans. And if we're not, well then, at least we want to be. And if we're not, then maybe we're part Canadian or something. Good to see all of you. Fantastic, fantastic. Glad you could all be here. How are you all doing tonight, folks? We got a very special show for you this evening. Special musical guest is Third Stone. Special comedy sketch by author Harlan Fletcher. And another installment of Cliffhanger. Stick around, it's going to be great. Fantastic.
Hey, kids, do you like action? adventure, patriotism, and loitering? Then you should watch The Superhero Show. Join superhero as he fights for truth, justice, and all that glitters. The Superhero Show. Now with big dance party every week. The Superhero Show. Weeknights on this network.
Here's a brand new comedy sketch from Harlan Fletcher. Let's take a look at it. Hey, how are you all doing tonight, folks? It's good to see all of you. Fantastic, fantastic. Glad you could all be here. How are you all doing tonight, folks? We got a very special show for you this evening. Special musical guest is Third Stone. Special comedy sketch by author Harlan Fletcher. And another installment of Cliffhanger. Stick around, it's going to be great. Fantastic.
Hey kids, do you like action, adventure, patriotism, and loitering? Then you should watch The Superhero Show. Join superhero as he fights for truth, justice, and all that glitters. The Superhero Show. Now with big dance party every week. The Superhero Show. Weeknights on this network.
Here's a brand new comedy sketch from Harlan Fletcher. Let's take a look at it.